Hey guys, welcome to yoga number 9. Woo! Party up in here. What's up? Say what's up, Lenny. We are so excited to be here and excited to meet you on your mat. So make yourself cozy. We're going to start seated, and I'll link my Spotify playlist so that you can play along, or you can just listen to what I'm playing. So let's get going. So make your way to a comfortable seat. Crisscross applesauce is cool. Yeah. And then let your hands rest on your knees, palms facing down to find grounding, or you can flip your palms so they're facing up, open to receive. Once you're there, take a deep breath in through your nose. Let your eyelids gently fall. Lift your chest, open up the ribs, lift the belly. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. The shoulders are heavy as you let go of that breath. Inhale through the nose, the eyes are closed, the face is relaxed, the chest lifts, the ribs open, the shoulders soften. Open your mouth, exhale, let it all go. One more deep, slow, steady breath in through your nose, lifting up, filling up, expanding, creating all of that space within your body. Exhale, letting go of any stale air, anything that you've been holding on to from your week. And keep your eyes closed. Keep the breath slow and steady. Just letting your exhales go through your nose this time instead of through your mouth. So start to create a rhythm with your breath. Starting to count to 5 on your inhales. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. Softly let go of your breath through your nose, counting to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue that breath. So you can change the number. Maybe you are counting to 4, maybe you're counting to 10, whatever feels best for you. Just keeping the consistency, inhaling in, exhaling out. So each exhale, maybe you notice the shoulders are a little bit heavier. You have a little more length in your spine. And using this time as you count your breath, just settle in on your mat and see if you can focus on just being here. Don't worry about whatever is going on around you, whoever's watching you, whoever's not watching you, whoever you're not watching. Just use this as your time to be fully present. No worrying about anything or anyone, just being here. And notice what you're carrying within you, whether you're holding into stress in your shoulders, in your neck, in your face, in your hips, in your belly. And then keep that soft, slow, steady breath. Starting to circle your head over to the left. You can keep your eyes closed, up towards the ceiling, to the right, and then down. Focus on keeping the shoulders just where they are. So instead of moving the whole body with your head, try and keep everything stationary and just moving the neck slowly, softly. And you can pause in any of those spaces that feel a little bit tight, a little sore. We have a lot of stress in our shoulders, especially if we're sitting at a desk, crunching up, typing, power cleaning, all those things. Relax your shoulders down. And switching directions if you haven't already. Circling your head in the opposite direction. Come back to center. And then you can flutter your eyes open. On your next inhale, reach your arms out really wide. Stretch out, open. And then reach the palms all the way up to the ceiling. Interlace the fingers. Flip the palms. As you inhale, reach up. Squeeze the biceps in towards your ears. Exhale, lean over to the left. Keep the right hip bone down. Inhale, center. Exhale, switch sides over to the right. Inhale, center. This time, twist to the left. Take the left hand behind your seat. Right hand on top of the left knee. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist to the left. Notice how cool it is when you connect the breath to the movement. You find so much more space. On your inhale, come back to center. Sweep the arms up, palms touch. And then twist over to the right. Right hand behind your seat, left hand on top of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine first. Take the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, twist to the right. Ooh. Feels good. Inhale, back to center. Beautiful. Then just take the hands out in front of you. Focus on keeping the elbows hugged in, and then flex the hands at the wrists. So you're pointing the fingers down. It's pretty hard. Inhale, switch so the fingers point up. Down, inhale, up. One more, reach, exhale, down. Inhale, up. And then circle the wrists. Try to keep those elbows hugged in. So teeny tiny movements. Switch directions. And then open and close your hands. And exaggerate this. So we tend to kind of forget about our wrists and our hands. So make those fingers spread out as wide as you can. And then squeeze them. A few more. And then just wiggle them out. Okay. Crawl your way up onto all fours. Tabletop pose. So remember, this is your practice. Whatever feels best for you as you move through this 45-ish minutes. There is no right or wrong. Do what feels good. So moving through cat-cows, fingers are spread out wide. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes on your inhale, drop the belly, tilt the tailbone up. Press the chest through the shoulders as you lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine. Navel works in and up. Press that middle back up towards the ceiling as you curl your chin into your chest. Inhale, cow pose. Drop the belly. You can start to roll back and forth. Circle the hips. And then switch directions. Come back to center. Ground down to that left hand. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then making some big arm circles. So circle that right arm back and forward. Switch directions. Inhale, reach the arm all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbow, spread your finger out wide. Open up your chest. See if you can take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Keep the hips square to the ground. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, thread the needle. Draw the right arm in front of your chest over towards the left. And lower onto the right cheek. Work on taking the left hand to the top left corner of your mat. So your left shoulder is dropping down towards the ground, relaxing those shoulders. Take as much time here as you'd like. Working on opening up that upper back. And then take the left hand back underneath the left shoulder. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, release that right hand down. Flip onto the tops of the hands. So the fingertips face towards the knees. You can do one hand at a time if that feels better, or play with both. Maybe you circle the shoulders a little bit, and then come back down onto the hands. Rotate the hands so the fingertips face towards you, but you're on your palms. And then start to lean the hips back and forward. Maybe you circle the shoulders. And then come back down onto all fours. On your inhale, reach that left arm up towards the ceiling. Take the gaze up, and then make those big arm circles. You can take your hips along with you for the ride, forward and backward, and then switch directions. Inhale, reach that left arm all the way up towards the ceiling. Bend at your elbow, spread the fingers out wide. Take the gaze up to the ceiling as you really draw that elbow back. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, thread the needle. Draw the left arm in front of your chest over towards the right. crawl the right hand to the top right corner of your mat, dropping that right shoulder down. And then come back to center. Make your way onto all fours. Tuck your toes, float the knees off of the mat. And then turbo dog. Send your hips back to the heels as you're pressing onto the balls of the feet. Stretch the tailbone up towards the ceiling, and then on your inhale, downward facing dog. Woo. If you've forgotten about practicing your downward facing dog, and this is the first one you've done all week like me, feels so good. Step your feet to the outsides of your mat. So you're widening out your downward facing dog. And then walk your hands in towards your feet slightly so you're shortening your downward facing dog. Bend into the left knee, lift the left heel up, ground down through your left hand. Draw the right arm over to take an outside grip of your left ankle. So you can take behind your calf as well if that's a little bit easier. I like to take a hold of my heel and then stretch the heel down so you'll feel this in the top of your right shoulder. You're still pressing down firmly with the left hand. And then softly release that, pedal the legs out, switch sides. So straighten out the left leg, bend the right knee, lift the right heel up, ground down through the right hand, reach the left arm. Left hand grabs a hold of the outside of the right foot. Slowly release that, come back to your downward facing dog. So walk the hands forward slightly, toes walk in towards each other. On your inhale, lift the heels, roll forward into your plank pose. Shoulders are in line with the wrists here. Squeeze the thighs together, keep the puff in the upper back, and then start to circle your chest, making teeny tiny circles, keeping the abdominals engaged. Switch directions of those little circles. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Inhale, roll forward plank. Lower down onto your knees. And then heart melting pose. So the knees come out slightly. Release the toes, walk the hands forward. Maybe you lower down onto the elbows. Maybe you keep stretching your arms forward. Keep your tailbone lifted and you rest on your forehead. Keep stretching those hands forward. So you should feel this opening in your shoulders. Slowly slide onto the belly for Sphinx pose. So you're on your belly. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. And your hips are grounded on the mat. Release the glutes. Roll the shoulder blades down the back so you're creating space between your ears and your shoulders. The chest is proud, the belly is soft. On your exhale, slowly lower your chest down onto the mat. Hands come in to hug the rib cage. On your inhale, baby cobra pose, lifting just the chest tuck off of the mat. Back of the neck is long. Exhale, lower. One more inhale, press through the tops of the feet, relax the glutes. Belly is on fire. Squeeze the elbows in, lengthen through the collarbones. Exhale, lower. Interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, lift the chest up off of the mat. Lift the toes. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release. Coming into your child's pose. Bend the knees, taking them out slightly. Send the hips back to the heels. Keep the hands stretched forward. Inhale brings you up onto your tabletop pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips work up and back. On your inhale, right leg lifts. Flex the foot, toes face down to the ground. Ground down through that left foot. And then open up the hips, stack the right hip on top of the left. Right toe points up towards the ceiling. Work the right shoulder down so the shoulders are square to the mat. Draw the right heel into your glute. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, stay just as you are, but draw your knee towards your belly button. So the upper body stays where it is. And then shift forward into your plank with the knee hugging in towards your nose. Step through for your right leg lunge. Drop the left knee down, release the right toes. Inhale, lift up onto your low lunge. Hands press onto the top of the right thigh. Beautiful, sink the hips down. And then twist, reach the left arm forward, right arm back. Exalt, release the right hand behind the left thigh, reach the left arm up and over. Take that left elbow to the right knee. Press the hands together. Use the knee, the elbow pressing into the knee. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling over your right shoulder. Softly release that down, frame the right foot. Hamstring stretch, slide the hips back. Coming onto the heel of that right foot. Moving softly. Ooh, just starting to warm up those hammies. Come into your right leg lunge, plant the hands, tuck the left toes. Lift the left knee, ground down through the left hand, reach the right arm up. And then circle that arm. Switch directions of your circles. IT band stretch, rotate out to the outside blades of both feet. So the toes face towards the right. Sink the left hip down, reach the right arm over towards that left foot. Feet are flexed. Inhale, reach up, lift the hips. Plant that right hand. Sweep the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Cross the right ankle behind the left. And then ground down through the downward facing dog. So we'll try to work the heels down to the ground. Keep the ankles crossed, walk your hands back to meet the feet at the back of your mat, forward fold. Woo! So keep letting your chest melt over the legs here. Maybe you start to walk the hands to the right side of your mat. Come back to center. Ground down through that left hand, reach the right arm up. Maybe you take a bind, wrap the right arm behind your back, inside grip of the left thigh. Release the hands down, uncross at the ankles. Coming into a traditional forward fold, so the feet are about hips width distance apart. Knees are softly bent. Grab opposite elbows, sway side to side. Play with shifting the weight forward and backwards. Nod the head yes, shake it no. Letting go of any tension you're holding in the shoulders, the head, the neck. And then ground down through the feet. We're gonna roll up like a zombie. Release the bind of your arms if you have it. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Crown of the head is the last to lift up. Once you get there, inhale, roll the shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll the shoulder blades down your back. Beautiful. Two more. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll back, landing your board. Inhale, roll up. Exhale, roll back. Interlace, or inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers, release the index fingers so the big pointer fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach over towards the left. Find the space in your side body. Inhale, up. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, release that bind, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to your shins. Lengthen out the spine, so use the hands on the shins to press your hips back as you create like a table with your back. So you want to find that length. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, walk forward into your downward facing dog. Heel toe the feet into touch. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, bend the knees, work the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Two more. Inhale, roll forward, plank. Exhale, back. Inhale, roll forward. Exhale, back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward. So the wrists are in line with the shoulders. Right leg lifts just about an inch up off your mat. Engage those leg muscles, hips are square, core is turned on. Release the right foot down. Reach the left leg up slightly. Hips are still square. Release it down. Holding your plank. Forearm plank lower. Come back onto your plank pose. Lower down, starting with the opposite elbow. Back up to plank. One more forearm plank. Come back up to your plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal out the legs here. Deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. 2 more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Ground down to the right foot. Inhale, reach the left leg up towards the ceiling. Flex the foot, toes face down to begin. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, open up the hip. Left hip stacks on top of the right. Working that left shoulder down. Heel works into your glute on your exhale. Hold for your inhale. Exhale, left knee draws in towards your chest. Squeeze the thigh to your belly button. And then inhale, come forward into your plank pose. Knee to your nose. Step through for your left leg lunge. Drop the right knee down. Release the right toes. Hands walk onto the left thigh. Sink the hips, find that twist. Left arm reaches back, right arm forward. Release the left hand behind the right thigh, reach the right arm up and back. Take that twist, right elbow, left knee. Press the hands together. Using the left elbow into the right elbow into the left knee. Look up towards the ceiling. Release the hands to frame that left foot. Slide the hips back. Left hip works back. Coming onto the heel of the left foot. Belly presses towards the thigh. And then come forward into your left leg lunge. Tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, ground down through the left hand. Reach the right arm up, take those circles. Switch directions. Inhale, left arm reaches up, and then IT band stretch. Spin to the outside blades of both feet. That right hip draws down. Reach the left hand back towards the right foot. Inhale, up. Left foot, left hand plant. Sweep the left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. And then release the left foot behind the right, crossing at the ankles. Oh, work those heels down towards the ground. Walk the hands back to the back of your mat. Ankles are crossed. So you can just stay here, melting over your legs, or walk the hands over towards the left, send the hips towards the right. Walk back to center, ground down through the right hand, left arm lifts. And maybe take the bind behind your back. Release that bind if you have it, and cross the ankles. Forward fold. And then heel to the feet into touch. Sink the hips. Chair pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Sink those hips down. So we're not just hanging out here. Engage your core. Tuck the tailbone. So instead of sticking the booty out, you want to tuck it in. Engage all of those belly muscles. Work the shoulder blades down the back. Your lats are on fire. Hold for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, come up to standing. Release the hands down next to you. Inhale, circle those arms up, palms touch. Exhale, draw the hands down the midline. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crawl forward into your downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose round. Inhale, circle your knee up and back. Exhale, right knee, right tricep tap. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, cross the body, right knee, left tricep tap. Kick that right foot out. Try to keep it lifted. And then release it down. Reach the left arm up towards the ceiling. Boost the hips, fallen triangle. Exhale, release the left hand down. Optional push up here. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Step it through for your warrior 1. Right foot lands in between the hands. Dial the left heel in. Root to rise. Sink the hips, sweep the arms up. And release the hands behind your back. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, humble warrior. Right shoulder to the right knee. Relax your head and your neck here. Inhale, lifts you up. Spin to the ball of the back foot. Left heel lifts. Press the hands together. Draw the hands down the midline. Start to lean forward. Left leg lifts. Flex the foot. Release the left foot down. Lift your chest. We're going to pulse. Inhale, lean forward. Left leg lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then water wheel. Reach the left arm forward, right arm back. Exalt, release the right hand back, left arm lifts. Left hand lowers down onto the ground. Reach the right arm up. Side plank pose. Right foot steps back to meet the left. Maybe you float that right foot up. Come back into your plank pose. Lower down halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more breath here. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose round. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left knee, left tricep tap. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, cross the body, left knee, right tricep tap. Kick it out to the side, and then release it down. Ball and triangle, reach the right arm up. And then release that right hand down, optional push-up. Scoot that left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Step it through for your warrior 1. Left foot lands in between the hands. Back foot dials into a 45-degree angle, root to rise. So feel the strength in your legs. You're in your warrior. Exhale, release the hands behind your back. Interlace the fingers. Lift your chest up. Hips are square to the front of the room. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lifts you up, release the bind. Press the hands together, thumbs down. Spin to the ball of the back foot. Lean forward. Right leg lifts. Ball sit out. Release the right foot down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lift forward. Exhale. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bend. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, forward. Woo! Exhale, bend into your crescent warrior. And then water wheel. Reach the left arm back. Right arm forward. Up and back. Release the left hand back. Right arm reaches up. Release the right hand down. Left arm lifts. Take the gaze up, setting up for that side plank pose. Left foot steps back to meet the right. Maybe you float that left leg up. Keep that right side body on fire. And then release the left hand down. Plank pose. Lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take the gaze forward, step, hop, or float the feet to the top of your mat. You can crawl if you want. Forward fold when you get there. Sink the hips, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Press the hands together, thumbs down to the sternum. Chair twist. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Use that side, that twist to help the elbow on the left knee to help you twist deeper. Take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Hold here, maybe you open up the arms. You can take a bind. You can fly down into side crow pose, plant the hands. Lean forward. And then let it go, fold forward. Slide the hands underneath the feet. Working the toes up towards your wrists. And then play with shifting the weight. So you keep a gentle bend in the knees. And then slowly release that down. Chair pose on your inhale. Press the hands together, thumbs down. Twist to the right. Hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, taking the gaze up. And then take those options. You can open up the arms, take a bind, fly it out. Whee. Forward fold when you're ready. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, float out through your vinyasa. Plant the hands, step, hop, float it back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts on your inhale. Exhale, step it through for your warrior two. So the right foot lands in between your hands. Dial that back foot back. So the back heel in. So the back foot is parallel to the back edge of your mat. And then cartwheel the arms open. Right arm reaches forward. Inhale, with the right palm reach forward. Exhale, reach up and back. Inhale lifts you up to warrior two. Right knee to the right elbow. Left arm reaches up and over. So imagine that you're creating a long line from your heel all the way up towards the ceiling, like a mountain. Inhale lifts you back up. And then reach up and back. Straighten out through the right leg. Keep reaching back. Inhale lifts you up. Take the hands to the hips. Dial the toes in. Heel toe the feet in slightly. Goddess pose. So now the heels work in, the toes are out. Sink the hips. Keep the tailbone hugged in. Tugged in. Tucked in. I don't know what words are anymore. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bend at the elbows, press your chest forward. Inhale, lift the left heel up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, right heel lifts. Exhale, lower. Inhale, both heels lift. Sink hips lower. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Release the heels down. Release the hands down onto the thighs. Drop the right shoulder down, look over the left. Inhale, center, switch sides. Inhale, center, wide-legged forward fold, so straighten up the legs, toes in, heels out. Diving forward. Release the hands down underneath your shoulders. Keep tilting the tailbone up towards the ceiling, so you melt the chest down. So you can hold here, creating like a hammock with your upper body. Maybe you bend into opposite knees. I love this stretch. Keep tilting your tailbone up and back. And then walk the hands back in underneath your shoulders. Take an outside grip with that left ankle with your right hand. And starting to twist. Maybe you work your head underneath the left arm. Maybe you reach the left arm up. Maybe you take a bind behind your back. Keep leaning forward. And then switch sides. Come back to center, inhale. Exhale, take the left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Maybe you walk the right hand forward. Reach the right arm up. Or take that bind. Inhale, center. Wide-legged forward fold, and then coming into your lizard lunge. So walk to the top of your mat, hands come to the inside of that right foot. Spin to the ball of the back foot. Sink the hips down low. So the chest is lifted, the hips are still lifted. And then drop that left knee down, drop the right toes. Slide the hips back here. So it's just like we did before with the hamstring stretch, but the right foot is to the outside of the right hand. So you might not be able to go as far, but you're able to work to the inside of that thigh. Come back into your lizard lunge, and then lower down onto your forearms if you have the space. Otherwise, you're welcome to stand your palms. You can let your right knee fall out to the right, flex the right foot. And then come back into your lizard lunge, pressing onto the palms. Tuck the right toes, left toes, lift the left knee, yogi squat, left foot steps to the outside of the left hand. Sink the hips, lift the chest. Press the hands together. Use the elbows to open up the hips. Pulse it out. On your inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep going, guys. It's just yoga. A few little squats, fine. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more lift. Exhale, lower. Sink it down. So hold here. You can play with your crow pose. Plant the hands so the wrists are in line with the shoulders. Hug the elbows in. Lift the hips up. And then work the knees to the outsides of the triceps. If they're up there, keep squeezing in. Puff through the upper back, just like we did in the cat pose. So those are all foundational things that we build on. And then start to lift one foot, maybe both feet float. And then let it go. Step it back into your downward facing dog. Coming into child's pose, so lower the knees down. Send the hips back to the heels. Stretch the arms forward. Taking a moment. Walk the hands in as you lift your chest up. And then standing on your knees, lift your hips. Flex the feet so the toes are on the ground. Maybe you take your right hand to your right heel. See how that feels as you send your hips forward. Switch sides, left hand to your left heel. Maybe you take full camel pose. So you take both hands to your heels. Press your hands into your heels. Press the hips forward, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Come back onto your knees, and then release the toes back into your tabletop pose. Walk forward. Tuck the toes, hips work up and back, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let go. 1 more deep breath. Ground down through the right foot and left leg lifts. Exhale, step through, warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms open. Left arm reaches forward. Inhale. Exhale, reach up and back. Inhale, lifts you up. Left elbow to the left knee. Right arm reaches up and over. Palm faces down. Create that long line. Inhale, lifts you up to your warrior 2. Exhale, lift the left arm up and back, and then straighten out that left leg, reaching back with the left hand. Inhale lifts you up, hands to your hips. Setting up for your goddess pose on this side. Heels out, toes in. Sink the hips. And then let's pulse. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Landing in that lower. Hold. And then wide-legged forward, fold, straighten up the legs, toes in, heels out, dive forward. So you can hold here. You can play with a headstand if you'd like. If you want to work into a headstand, grab opposite elbows, and then slide one hand on top of the other. So the elbows are on the ground. One hand cups the other to cup the back of your head. So resting on the back of your head, elbows stay hugging in. So you don't want the elbows to splay out. Become light in your heels. Maybe the toes begin to lift. Maybe the feet lift. Tilt the tailbone up and then squeeze the thighs together. And then coming out the way that you came in, slowly, softly, use your core. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, bend into the left knee. Walk the hands forward into that lizard lunge. Keep the hips high to begin. So find that stretch. And then lower the right knee down, lower the right toes. Maybe you come down onto the forearms. You can let the left knee drop out to the side. Come back, pressing onto the hands, lift the chest up. Slide the hips back. Drag the left hip back as you flex the foot. Letting the tailbone tilt up towards the ceiling. Then coming back into your lizard lunge, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, yogi squat at the top of your mat. Right foot steps to the outside of the right hand. Sink the hips. Shoulder stretching. Sweep the left arm in front of the left leg. But see if you can stay light on those fingertips. So maybe they don't even come down onto the ground. Reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. And then take the bind if you'd like, wrapping the right arm behind your back. If you want to play with some balance. Coming into garland pose. So stack your chest on top of the right foot, ground down through the right foot if you have that bind. Start to become light in the left foot, the heel lifts. Lean forward, and then press your way up onto standing. Slowly start to lower the chest down, and then coming up and wave in, release it down. Woo. And then moving into the other side, so with the right arm in front of the right leg. Maybe you don't even touch the ground, reach the left arm up. Open up through that chest. Take the bind if you'd like. And then if you want to take garland pose, work your chest over the left foot. Becoming light in that right foot. Ground down to rise up. Keep your chest lifted. And then start to lean forward. Bend that left knee, lower down. Sink the hips down, setting up for your boat pose. So the chest is lifted here, the core is engaged. Walk the hands back. Maybe becoming light on the feet. Maybe you lift one foot. Maybe you lift both. Maybe you reach one arm forward. Maybe you reach both. Keep your chest lifted, hold for your inhale. Exhale, low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 5 more. Use your breath. Coming in low boat pose. Keep the arms reaching towards the toes. Engage those quadriceps. And then lower all the way down. Reach the arms up and over your head. Draw the knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your shins or your knees. Interlace your hands behind the back of your head. Elbows are coming out wide. Bicycle crunches. Left leg extends out. Left elbow to the right knee. Keep the low back pressed onto the mat here. So it doesn't need to be fast movements. And then switch sides. Inhale, switch. Exhale, switch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Slow movements. But if you're pressing your low back onto the mat, you should be feeling this. Five more. Beautiful. Knees work into your chest. Release the feet down onto the mat, bridge pose. Inhale, lift the hips up towards the ceiling. Keep the knees hugged in. Exhale, lower. Bend the knees in, cross at the ankles. Start to rock forward until you make your way onto your seat. Step or shoot it back into your plank pose. Flow it out, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Pigeon pose, right knee behind the right wrist. You can keep the right heel tucked in or work the right foot behind the left wrist. Work that left leg back. Sink the hips down. So the chest is lifted to begin. Let gravity guide the hips down a little bit more. And then lower down onto your elbows onto your bed. You can stay here or you can thread the needle from here. Slide the left arm in front of your chest, lower onto the left cheek. Slowing down your practice. Relax your face. Slowly walk your hands in, lift your chest up, lean on to the right hip. And slide that left, swing the left leg out in front of you, right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, melt over that left leg. So it doesn't matter how far you go. It's just about feeling that nice stretch in the left hamstring all through the back. Each exhale, letting yourself melt deeper and deeper. Walk the hands in. Lift your chest up. Take the left heel to the outside of the left hip. And then twist to the right. Take the right hand behind your seat. Left hand on top of that right knee. Look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. Draw the knees in. Come forward, float out one more time. Step or hop back. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Pigeon pose on the left side. Left knee behind the left wrist. Left foot behind the right. Hips or chest stays lifted to begin. Giving yourself a little time to let the hips settle. Slowly begin to melt down onto the forearms if you find that you have the space. The spine is long. Hips are heavy. You have the option to thread the needle here. Draw the right arm in front of your chest, lower onto the right cheek. Five more breaths here. Walk your hands in, lift your chest up. Lean on to the left hip. Swing the right leg out in front of you. Left foot to the inside of that right leg. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, melt over the right leg. Walk the hands in, lift your chest up. Right heel to the outside of the right hip. And then twist to the left. Left hand behind your seat. Right hand to the left knee. Looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Butterfly pose. Take the soles of the feet together. Knees come out wide. Interlace the hands underneath the feet. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, bow forward. straddle pose. Send the legs out wide. And just to that comfortable position, whatever feels good, where you can wiggle the toes. Maybe you hold here. Otherwise, start to walk the hands forward. Wherever you can, keep the length in the spine. So if you notice that you're starting to curl your back, just ease off. You can keep your chest lifted, otherwise lower all the way down. Walk the hands in, lift the chest, bend the knees, scoop the knees together, lower down onto your back. When you get there, draw the knees into your chest, low back presses into the mat. Give yourself a squeeze. Send the legs straight up to the ceiling. Flex the feet so the heels work up towards the ceiling. Bend the knees. Happy baby pose. Rocking side to side. Reach the arms out wide. Let the knees fall to the left. Shoulders are heavy on the mat. You can always cross the right leg over the left if that feels okay. Inhale, center. Switch sides, let those knees fall to the right. Gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Paschimottanasana. Or anything else that your body is craving. Otherwise, just extend the legs out to the edges of your mat. Arms rest along your sides, palms face up, fingertips are spread apart slightly. Eyes are closed. Work the shoulders away from your ears. Slight tuck of the chin, so it's like you have a double chin, but nobody's watching, don't worry. Savoring these last few moments where there's nothing else to do, nowhere else to be, nothing to rush off to, nothing to take you away. Enjoy this time that you've earned, that you deserve to reset, restore, to just be, to just breathe. Let that be enough. And guide the left hand to your heart, right hand over your belly. Offer yourself some gratitude for showing up for you, for taking care of yourself, and for being you. Can't wait to see you all soon. Namaste.